So yeah, and by the way, for those of you, we're going to give a few minutes. I had 18 people that registered. I don't know that they'll all show up. You never know how it's going to be. Um, so that's why we do the replays. But for those of you who are, and I'll repeat myself as other people show up, drop your questions or whatever in the chat, and then Paula and I will try to watch those and get them answered. I do want to have a little time at the end to take any questions that you guys have. But where are you guys coming in from? Paula, where do you live? I don't think I know that.
Texas.
Texas. So it's hot there too, probably.
Oh yeah. It's like an oven in here.
I was in Louisiana last week, and my daughter lives there, and I am in Alabama. So it's very hot here, but it's even more hot in Louisiana where the swamps are.
Oh
So,
yes.
yeah.
Alabama. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. She may not have heard me. Nancy, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
And you can just put it in the chat if you don't want to turn on your microphone. It's fine. Alyssa, good to see you here. Yeah, I may go ahead and start. I hate to start without, because I know some other people were planning to come. So do you do webinars, Paula, or do you just go live on TikTok?
I did one webinar. I have done webinars, but not like consistent, and I use YouTube too. Like I
Okay.
love YouTube.
Okay. I
Yeah.
know. I really want to get going on YouTube. I do repost shorts and things like that there, but I haven't been really deliberate. But I think YouTube is a great place to build anything.
Very, very, very good. Very
Yeah.
good. I like
Well,
both.
do you
Yeah.
let me share my screen, and I'll just kind of watch over here. Like I said, drop your. Oh, this is not the screen I wanted to share. Hold on. Okay, there we are. So you can see I'm so organized. I'm so good at what I do here. Yeah, I'm not on the right screen.
The rest of it's so hard. I don't know why I can't do it.
Oh, Alita is here. Alita is in the house. Alita is from Louisiana.
I mean, Natalie doesn't sweat. You must have replaced you in water.
I may get you, Alita. Okay. Good to have you, Alita. So this is how I built real income in the margins of homeschooling. This is not a formal, I'm not doing a formal webinar. I'm only having these slides here to just kind of keep me on track. So at any point that anybody wants to stop me and ask a question, unmute and do that. I want this to be, if you have a question about something I said, just be sure and stop. I'm just going to go through these pretty quickly. Paula's going to share a little of her story. I'm just going to tell you what we have found. There are a lot of ways to make money online. I have spent decades trying a lot of those things. But I truly do believe this is the simplest thing to start. Definitely the most lucrative. Can I get an amen?
Oh
So,
yeah.
and yeah, Paula, as I'm talking, if you think of things that I'm forgetting or that would be helpful, interrupt me and
Okay.
add it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you don't know me, you probably do, but I am a homeschooling mom of 11. I've been homeschooling for now, this will be our 25th year. And there's our little crew. This is an older picture. So this chick right here, can you see my cursor when I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. She's due with a baby tomorrow.
Oh,
Like
exciting.
and wait, yeah, she's married a little over a year ago. This lady married 2 months before her, and she just had a baby. So I've got baby 5 and 6 this week, or within a month. She has 2 now. So anyway, he's married. It's a fun little thing. So here's what we are talking about: real income, how to build income from home. I'm going to give you genuinely useful information, whether you decide this is for you or not. I think you're going to have a better idea of the path you want to take. I'm not pitching you. I'm just telling you what is available so that you know without a doubt whether you think this was for you or not. So most of you, I assume, are home or you want to be home. I chose to be home when it did not make sense on paper at all. And I believed that the Lord would provide for us, and he did. He provided for definitely our basic needs, but it was not easy. I spent years and years and years really struggling and just wanting to help my husband because he was working as hard as he could. So we've got all this financial pressure. The bottom line is it's very difficult to live on one income unless your spouse is a doctor or something. It's hard to live on one income, especially if you have a larger family that we do. But if you're like me, you might be a little overwhelmed or confused about the options. I was researching everything and I had all this information. Maybe affiliate marketing. Maybe I should do an MLM. I did an MLM. I hated it, by the way. Of course, the 9 to 5, you trade time for dollars. That's hard. If you want to be home, that's not an option. And so you have all these options that just don't seem to fit your schedule or your values or your lifestyle. And yet the online world feels confusing. So drop in the chat if you've ever tried to make money from home. And I'm doing a bad job of keeping look on the chat, so you can maybe help me, Paula. But let me know if you've ever tried, because I know it can be overwhelming. And so the fear, this was my fear. I don't have the money to invest. And what if it doesn't work out? I lived that. And so let me show you. Well, I'll get to coming back to that sentiment in a minute, but I was a homeschooling mom. The first thing I started was blogging. And so I just had a lot to say, and I started writing, and I thought, I'm going to turn this blog, I'm going to monetize it. And I did a few things here and there, but it was never substantial. And so we were literally just falling farther and farther behind financially. And I guess this is supposed to have a picture and it doesn't. Oh, shoot, because that was going to be the best. Okay. I don't know why this picture is broken, but let me tell you what it is. It's a basket of just random toilet paper all piled up. And it's a real picture. I was so frugal trying to stretch my husband dollars that one day these kids rolled our yard, TP'd our yard, whatever you call it, where you're from. And I was like, that's perfectly good toilet paper. I will not waste that. And I went and I collected, it was very pristine, white, beautiful toilet paper. I put it in a basket. I put it in the bathroom and I said, this is what we're going to use. I didn't waste a thing. Okay. That's who I was for 20 something years. So you got to understand, when you're in that mindset, it's ingrained in me not to spend money. My job is to save money. So I can't spend it. I can't spend anything or whatever. So that's who I was for a long time. I tried all these. These are like 5 of the 18 things I tried. I did Mary Kay. I dabbled with affiliate marketing, blogging. I did print on demand t-shirts, my own products. I had pictures. Okay, there they are. This was my very first little attempt at a home business. I made these skin products and I didn't know what I was doing, but I told my blog readers about them and they bought some. And I thought, this is cool. You can actually make money from home. And then this one here, I thought, wouldn't it be every time I would do something for myself, I would think I could monetize this. So I was making homemade spices one day and I was like, I could turn this into a business. So I turned it into Table Time. As you see, I thought that was a very clever name. But every time somebody ordered it, I had to make it. And I didn't want to do that. That was not the fun part. This was my longest stint. I had an Etsy shop where I customized cutting boards. I was very busy at Christmas. That's about the only time I sold any. And I made about $2,000 a year with that, which looking back is so little now. Now I make that in a day. So I don't know what's happening to all my pictures. I'm so sad. This picture's broken too. Anyway, I finally, a few years ago, saw that people were making crazy money with digital products. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, because we all consume digital products, whether you even realize it or not. Do you understand what a digital product is?
Nancy said like ebooks.
That is an example of a digital product. Even Netflix is a digital product service. Anything that you can purchase and receive instantly is a digital product. It's a product that's not a physical, tangible thing that has to be shipped to your house. So just think about all the different things: ebooks, courses, movies, images, music, all of that is digital. And I loved the idea because as a busy homeschooling mom, I wanted something passive. I had done the Etsy shop. I had done the gotta make all the stuff. I was so busy. I wanted something I could create once, set it up on an automated system, which creates passive income. It's the best, let me tell you, right, Paula?
Yes.
I'd sell it over and over, no inventory, shipping, runs on autopilot. Okay, so my answer to that was, okay, now I have to figure out how to create this digital product. And I spent the next way too long, 8 months, because I'm a slow learner, figuring out how to create. I did a homeschooling course, but you've got to figure out how to sell it. You got to figure out how to create the sales system. If any of you have ever seen like a freebie, like you've signed up for something free and you say, I want to know more about this, and then you start receiving emails to tell you more about that product, that is a sales system. That's the sales system I'm talking about. And they ultimately lead you to decide whether you want to make a purchase. So anyway, I went, set it out 8 months, worked so hard. I mean, I cannot, if I tried to tell you all of the technical difficulties, it was like I wasn't supposed to be creating it or something. Everything was against me, but I'm so stubborn. I just kept plowing through. I'm going to do this. It's going to be the answer to our family. And I got it created. I launched it. I sold 22 the first day, and then crickets. Nothing else. So then I spent the next month or two researching, why isn't my sales system working? How do I get people to buy my course? Where can I market my course? Like, then I just dove into the world of, I have to figure this out. And I was completely done, exhausted, angry, frustrated, because again, this was going to be the thing after 24 years of trying what I felt like was everything. And it didn't work. And my kids, I'll never forget. I looked at one of my daughters. She was about to graduate. And I said, why don't you look into the world of making money online, honey? There are so many opportunities. People are becoming millionaires. She looks me square in the face. She's never been known to mince words. And she says, well, you haven't figured it out in all these years. In my heart, I'm like, ugh. Anyway, I kind of gave up. And then my husband dropped this on me. And I was mortified. I did not know how much we were struggling with that. And I thought, I don't have an option to give up. Like, we have to, he was working all he could. He couldn't work anymore. And so I just started praying for an answer. And a few days after that, a homeschooling mom showed up on my Facebook page. I saw a link on her page. I thought, yeah, whatever. It was something about learn how you can make $10,000 a month. And I'm like, sounds great, but I haven't been able to do that. But I looked a little closer, and it was something different. And for the first time in so many years, something shifted. Now, the problem, back to my frugal mindset, was I don't have money to invest in anything. This was going to be a business. I understood digital products. This was going to be digital products already created by people who knew what they were doing, a sales system created by people who knew what they were doing on autopilot. Like, everything was already done, which is what I secretly had hoped existed and didn't know. So Paula, I'm going to stop for a minute before I tell more about what we found, and let you share whatever you feel like sharing.
Well, I'll just tell my story because yeah. So I'm a single mom, and in 2024, I'll just kind of piggyback off of what Kelly said about digital products, because I did the same thing. I spent, like, I can't even tell you, oh, like a long time, trying to figure out how to make them, trying to figure out, and I still do to this day have two Etsy shops, and they're digital products and they sell. But I made one huge mistake, and I wish somebody would have told me this. I wish but I didn't have anybody around me. Like I was in business, and I was door dashing. So go sit down, please. Honey. And I was door dashing and I had those Etsy shops, um, but they weren't bringing in enough. Like I'm talking like $3 products, and you need a whole heck of a lot of those to actually like make an income with an impact. So I tried it, didn't work. I mean, anyway, I did the dash. So I was door dashing, working 40 plus hours. We were blindsided, and I won't go into it because you guys, we all got girls here. I don't need to go into the details. Maybe that's not a girl. Now we got a guy. Okay, well, I was blindsided. Um, and so I had to do something quick. So I started the dash, working 40 plus hours. I was still homeschooling, and I was tired. Like I'm not young mom. And I was like, man, there's like this overwhelming pressure as a sole provider. And having four kids in the house at the time was, well, obviously hard, right? So I didn't know what to do. I don't have a degree. I don't have any fancy skills. I don't have a way to make the kind of money that I needed to make. Um, and DoorDash obviously is not enough. Like we were aiming, and I know you guys, some of you guys are going to be like, what? But we were aiming for 1,800 a month, and that was just to cover the rent. Um, and there was the gas to put in that Suburban. So I just kept doing it. I just kept praying, kept asking God, please do something, like begging, like putting your head down on the pillow at night, crying, stressed out, not sure what to do, don't know which way to go. And kind of feels like he ain't listening. Anyway, um, it's hard to tell something that kind of like you relive the moment. Um, so anyway, I just kept doing it. And then one day I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see this girl and she's talking about God. She's talking about homeschooling. So she had me at God and homeschooling. And then she said boatloads. As soon as she said boatloads, I was like, nope, scrolled past. I was like, she ain't talking to me. There's no way she's talking to me. Well, I was wrong. Okay. Because here I am 2 years later. And 2 days later, 2 days later, um, she pops back up. But here's the thing. I lost my truck and I lost my job in the same day. The transmission went. It was raining. I remember looking down, praying, thinking, please God, don't let it be this. And it was. I lost the truck. Anyway, um, I lost the truck and the job in the same day. And I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Can't just even like a Walmart job is not gonna be enough. Like, like the Walmart greeters. Seriously, like 15, 20, 25 um was never going to be enough for a single mom. So this girl pops back up, right? And it was the Lord. Uh I would have passed by her a million times over. I'm just telling you, I would have passed by. I think we're all skeptics when we hear people talking about like making all this huge money, and we're here just trying to put food on the table.
Yeah.
So I I stopped and I asked her. I thought, man, I'm just going to ask a couple questions. So I said, can I do this at home? Can I work from home? I didn't know if it was a job. I didn't know what it was. And she was like, yeah, you can do this from home. I said, do I need a degree? I was scared she's going to say, yeah, you need a degree. She was like, no. I said, okay. Do I have to get on a phone? That was my deal breaker. Everybody has a deal breaker. That was mine. I was like, I got kids, they're loud, I'll get fired. And and she answered and I started. I started scared. I started a skeptic. I didn't know if it was going to work. Um, I'm going to tell you, there was nothing I could do, absolutely nothing I could do to make enough money before this came. Nothing.
Mhm.
There's no way to bring in the kind of money you need or the kind of money to get you out of a pit. Like, because the longer I did the dash, and it's going to sound weird, but the longer that I did it, the bigger the pit was because we weren't making enough. We weren't covering everything. My mother-in-law, she was helping with bills too. And that's why like the pit just got worse and worse and worse. And I knew I needed substantial. I knew I needed something huge. And when I saw her and I took the jump, I was like, I'm doing this. I'm best decision I ever made. Doing it scared, just starting. I just hit $7,000 in a month.
That's awesome.
Do
Okay, where can
you,
you do that?
where can you do that? And where can you be at home? Like, I don't know everybody's stories, but I needed to, my heart is to be at home with my kids. And as a single mom, you need to make more than just the bills too. And you want to like not only just pay the bills, but to me, silly things like I just bought my first lawnmower ever. And like to have that and to buy my kid a toy just because I wanted to, like having that kind of freedom and going, oh, they need clothes. You can just buy clothes. They need something. Okay, we can get it without
Mhm.
having to check that bank every 2 seconds. It is an answer to prayer. It is an answer to prayer. And the more that I learn this, um, the more that I learn, the more that I earn. And it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true. Very,
It's true.
very true. So my my story is like just it's God's story.
Yes. Oh,
It's
I
God's
love it.
story.
I love that. And you were talking about having to think through even the smallest purchases. That was us too for so long. And money doesn't make you happy, they say. But when you don't have enough of it, everything is about money and it just consumes you. Um, so that was for us, like I didn't make a single purchase without thinking through it, not even a little thing. Mom, can we go get a burger? No, I'm so sorry. Mom, can we get goggles? No, we just don't have it. It's not there. And so, yeah, I get that. Anybody else feel that? And drop a comment in the chat. And I'm going to go back to share. Were you done with that part of your story, Paula?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so, so much. It's such and to be a single mom too, I know the pressure I had with a husband providing to think about being the sole provider is just, I can't even imagine. So praise the Lord.
You could say that again.
um, so we're going to talk a little bit we're going to explain what this is, by the way. You'll know exactly what we're talking about. So I think one of the three of the reasons that so many people fail at online business is they start with trying to create something or build something instead of connection, which what we learned, Paula and I, you have to start with building a connection. Then when you have connection with people, it doesn't matter what your product is, right? Secondly, pick a model that doesn't fit your life. So you do need to find something that's built for you. I like this personally because I can work as little or as much as I want to. And it's not where I have to sit down and carve out 2 hours a day. I can pick up my phone 15 minutes. I'm in the car with my husband, 10 minutes, 15, an hour working. And honestly, I enjoy it. It's not work to me. So for busy moms, it's just so flexible. And I absolutely love that part of it. And then the third thing is you try it alone. This was my big mistake. I tried all these years to figure it out by myself. That was the biggest mistake I ever made. The very week that I got help is when I started making more money than I ever thought it was possible. So finding people who are already doing what you want to do, finding people who can tell you how to do it, that is, if you want the secret to making money online, to me, that's the secret. So everything I just described, there again, my pictures are all broken. I have no idea why. Sorry. Everything I just described is in the program that we got, which is called Legacy Builders. They give you, it's a comprehensive program. And Paula, you can second this. I personally believe it's far better than any college degree you could get in digital marketing. Would you say there's more training there?
I think it's just like, I always talk about it like a business in a box,
Yeah.
because you don't have to learn like everything all at once.
Right.
It's your own pace. And
Yep.
yes, it is. I mean, the skills you can learn in there are just, I'll tell you, I have not even been through everything.
Been either, and I've been almost 2 years.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So the way it works is we get this program that has phenomenal training. What is the training about? How to grow an audience, how to create a brand, how to create your own digital products if you want to do that, how to promote anything online. We have people in our community who already had businesses, realtors, for example. I know I've heard Michelle talk about, we have a lot of realtors in our community. They're just there to learn how to promote their business on social media, because this is the world we live in. We're not in the yellow pages anymore. If you have any kind of business, or you plan to have any kind of business, and you don't know how to promote it on social media, you're not going to have a business, because that's where people are. It's where people are looking. So we get all this training, how to create content on all the different social media platforms. Some people don't like to do videos. Guess what? There's a faceless training. Pinterest is a faceless platform. It's the second or third largest search engine, an excellent place to share. They teach you how to create pins, how to use Canva. You could dive all in on Pinterest, never have to show your face. And I think that would be an excellent platform. Anyway, they teach you all the different things about making money online. And then the best part, they give you resale rights to that training. Now, this is huge. There's a local college here where I live in Alabama, and they advertise a digital marketing program all the time on my Facebook. It's $2,500 to go through 10 modules of learning digital marketing. At the end of that 10 modules, that's it. You have the knowledge. You can then go out and create whatever you want to create. And that's it. With our program, you get far more than 10 modules of training, but you also can promote the program and get resale rights to immediately start making money while you're learning the other stuff, so that you can decide down the road if you want to create your own products. They teach you how. If you want to do affiliate marketing, they teach you how. If you want to create a school community, that's SKOOL, huge opportunity to monetize a school community, they teach you how. If you want to do UGC, they teach you how. If you want to do TikTok shop, there's a module for that. So you can choose many different paths, but at the same time, you have the option to resell the program while you're learning. And they give you everything you need for that. The website is already done for you. The sales system I talked about earlier is created to convert, which means my job is to share. Once someone puts their email in, it's like having a tiny little salesperson work for you around the clock. In the community, I'll show you inside the community in just a minute, but Paula can attest to this. The community there's nothing like it, and there's more training and more help in the community. So if you're a brand new beginner, the program is so step by step. So what I tell people, I had gotten to the place where, for me, I had information overload. It wasn't for lack of understanding how some of these things work. It was just, I had too much information and my brain was fried. I needed somebody to hold my hand and say, forget everything you know. I'm going to give you step by step. I'm going to tell you what to do every day. And so I'm going to show you in a minute the system that we were given. But yeah, I want to show you inside really fast. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this is our digital growth community where we get free membership to, okay? Lots of stuff here, but just real quick, some wins. Every day we see different members of our community drop what they're learning. Here's a $300 day while relaxing at home. This lady made $2,000 in Australian currency. Look at this. I'm very new and already have a $1,400 customer.
She actually, I just want to interject on that one, okay? Because I was in the Zoom today. That
Yeah.
girl was in my breakout room. Can I tell you
Oh,
how excited she was? And I was like thrilled because she not only got one customer, she got two, and she's not even set up.
that's crazy. I know.
She's gonna have one start tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. You just started and you already got your first sale, and now you're gonna have your second like tomorrow. I'm like,
Crazy.
oh, that's awesome. So
So,
anyway,
and that kind of answer. So I get asked all the time, how long does it take you to make money? It's impossible to answer that question, but there are people who make money before they're even set up or
she's
they're
not even
make.
set up.
I made my first sale in 48 hours, which is pretty good. I think not everybody does that. And I want to be honest about that. Not everyone does, but if you stay consistent, follow the directions, the sales system works for you, right? Anyway, I want to show you some of those wins. There's another $100, 2,800 here. Jennifer made. It's just so fun to go through. First $100 sale. We get these every day, right? And then on top of all of that, in the classroom, this is not our program. This is all bonus. In the classroom, we have all kinds of extra training and, that kind of thing. Another bonus is our coach, Michelle, does a weekly webinar that she gives us the emails to invite our interested people to. And on those webinars, she explains how everything works, shows you inside so you don't have to do your own webinars. You don't have to do what I'm doing. This is only like the third one I've ever done. If you just invite your leads to her webinars, you don't even have to show up. And she will do the selling for you.
Kelly, do you want to answer Nancy's got a little
Okay.
bit here in case you want to answer these things, because there's quite a few here.
Okay. Do you still have to figure out or build some kind of product? No. And Paulette, see, you answer that. You don't have to do that. Many people in our community just resell the program because once you see the value of this program, you will not only be thrilled about sharing it. I can't believe it's as inexpensive as it is. I have tried to hire a coach. I got to a place once where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hire somebody. I need somebody to sit beside me, hold my hand, tell me what to do. There was not that kind of coach under $5,000. Just a coach, no products. We get a business, products ready to promote, and coaching that's ongoing for $900 or $14, depending. All right, how fail safe is it? Sounds like an investment, but I'm here because I'm about to lose house. We were there too. So about the investment, I could only do it because there was a payment plan. So you can use, almost everybody that does it uses a payment plan. And I'll tell you this too, Nancy. Most people that join our community are in dire straits. Paula lost her truck. We were on the verge of losing our home. We have a man in our community who was homeless when he started. The investment is where we got to when we were sick of being in that place. And so when you get there, there's one lady in our community, she didn't have a way to invest, but she saw the potential. And I think I'm thinking of Cecilia. Did she sell her car? I think she sold her car. And she's doing great. But anyway, I know it is scary. Let me read the rest of your comment. I'm not wrapping my head around how this works. Okay, I'm going to show you. So you don't, when you join the program, you will be connected, you will be in the community, and they will tell you exactly, yes, they will tell you exactly. So once you're in the program, they'll help you decide what platform you want to be on. Like I said, some people don't feel comfortable making videos. That's okay. There's a platform for you. Wherever you choose to be, there's a training for it, and they're going to tell you exactly what to do, exactly the kind of content to create. They have prompts, they have down to telling you how to use ChatGPT to create content. For example, one piece of content that they teach you how is not even a video of you talking. It's just like a video of a random thing with text over it. That's a piece of content. And it can be a powerful piece of content when you understand how to do it. So if I can help you wrap your head around it, let me think. Nancy, are you familiar with affiliate marketing where you promote other people's products? For example, I'm an Amazon affiliate. So if I purchase a shampoo or whatever, and I like it, I can tell people about it and share my link, my special link. And if they purchase it, I get a percentage of the sale. Are you familiar with how that works?
I've heard of it.
This is basically the same thing. Let me stop sharing my screen for just a second. So this is basically the same thing, except because you purchased the program yourself, it becomes your business, so you make 100% profit. So we make 100% profit on every sale. So for my last month, not for the month of June, but like from May 25th to June 25th, there's somewhere in that, I made $14,300 because I get 100% profit, and because my most popular product is $1,400. I don't make that every month, to be clear. I will tell you, my lowest month has been $3,800. My highest month has been $19,000. There are people in our community that make 6 figures a month. Wendy, to be one. So if you want to ask me specifically what you don't understand about it, and I'll try to help.
I'm not real sure, but I would like to know. I'm not connected to any online community, or I mean, I've had my nose down in tunnel vision trying to just homeschool my kids and get by. We live rurally, so we have to drive to get anywhere, in the grocery store. And so, how do you make that connection? Do they help you make connection? Do you have to have connection already?
No, she encourages you to start new accounts, specifically for several reasons. Number one, some people don't want their friends and family seeing that they've started a new business. Number two, it helps the algorithm when you have a specific channel devoted to this business and not just your personal. So she recommends that you don't. I occasionally share on my personal feed just because it's hard not to. When you look at your email and it says you've got a $1,400 sale, it's very hard not to go to Facebook and be like, guys, come on. Like, what are you doing right now? But anyway, but a little bit about resale rights. So I tell people there are 3 kinds of people who purchase our program. The first kind of people already have a business. They need help understanding how to market it on social media, how to find an audience, how to connect with an audience, how to create content. That's all they need. They get it for the information. The second group of people, they have ideas about things they want to create. eBooks. I want to do a course. I want to have a school community. I have things that I'm interested in sharing or creating, but I have no idea where to start. And so it helps them figure that out. The third group of people are people like, I don't have ideas. I don't have a clue. I don't know how to do any of this. I just need to make money. So you would be, they give you the program to resell right out of the gates. And like I said, I set my system up in a day and I made my first sale the next day. So that's how you don't have to go through all the program to start making money. Did that help?
It did. Thank you. You said you made your first sale the next day? You didn't have to go through all the program. How did that happen? How did that did they connect you already? Was it friends you knew? Was it
So
okay?
I did have connections with my homeschooling community, and I just
Okay.
sent an email to them. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think Paula, this girl that showed a few minutes ago that said she already had people interested. Would you think, did she say, were those people that she knew that she had just told them about it, or what?
No, she didn't say,
Oh,
she didn't say. So it's kind of, you don't know. You
yeah,
don't know, but there's so many people in there. I'll just say, like, because I save screenshots. I like, I'm kind of crazy that way. And you can see like people, like I could show you even now. There's, 3 days first sale, 2 weeks, a 60-year-old woman got her first $900 customer in 2 weeks. And she was like, oh my gosh, uh, if a 60-year-old schoolgirl could do this, who doesn't have tech skills, you could do this. And it's one of my favorite ones to share. So that was 2 weeks of a 60-year-old woman who didn't have a clue. So that's just to share, it
yeah,
it really is beginner friendly.
yeah. And I think to me, when I got into the program too, it opens up a whole world of possibilities. You know, like the affiliate link. She teaches us how we added one sentence. By the way, the emails are already written that go out to your interested parties. You don't even have to write those. It's a click of a button and they all populate into your system. It's pretty magical, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, there's a setup that you do, but they take you through video step by step. And once you've done that setup, the tech part's over for the most part. There's not much left to do but share. Um, how much time is required? I set mine up quickly. I do have some tech experience, because I've been in the online space and had website and blog and stuff like that. So I did mine very quickly, but I was so ready to get it out there. I had mine set up by the next day. Sometimes it takes several days, but I will say, besides the video walkthrough, they have tech support that's always available, and they do tech support Zoom calls every week, twice a week, I think. So if you need help, you can get on one of those calls, and I think they'll kind of walk you through your issue. So there's that. It's definitely, you're not left alone ever. And that was what I remember, the relief I felt and the peace when I came into the program, because I thought, I don't have to figure this out anymore. Like they're gonna help me succeed. They're gonna tell me exactly what to do, and they did. So I loved that about it. Oh, I was gonna show you inside the program really quick. I'm not gonna take a lot more time, but if you want to see, if people want to see. So I've upgraded to the bundle. I have the Spanish English version now, but this is very similar. This is the Legacy Builders. So they have a module where you would click here to get started, and she's going to tell you exactly what to expect. And then they're going to have an explanation, how to choose your social media platform, understanding it, how to find your customer, who am I talking to? And even though there are a lot of modules there, don't get overwhelmed with that. The concept of what we actually do every day is so simple. Overthinking it will be the biggest struggle that you have, honestly. This module helps you get set up. There's a video module for setting up all the way through to the end. And like I said, within that, once you get connected, your domain connected, the website populates with a click of a button. So you're not building anything. It's done for you. They're going to take you through and let you edit it, add your picture, add your name. It becomes your business. And then after that, they just start with a starting. And the way that I was able to make money before I went through the program is because very early on, she encourages you, just go out and start your wherever you are, social media platform with, hey, I'm starting on this journey, follow along. And so you can start sharing it right away. And she tells you how to do it. But as you see here, there's more, how to know if TikTok shop is right for you, how to sign up if you want, what is UGC? A lot of people are having a lot of good results with UGC. I haven't gone through this training yet, but I have a lot of people I know who do it. You don't have to create content for social media at all. UGC is where brands of different products will reach out to you. They tell you where to go. This is joinbrands.com. How to join there. Brands will reach out to you and they pay you for a video review of their products. So they give you products. You hold the product, you film yourself looking at it and whatever. I love this shampoo. And then they pay you for the video. Sometimes several $100s per video. So just so many different avenues you could go, but the simplest is the resale rights. Don't you agree, Paula? It's already done. Like you don't have to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was up and running in 2 days. In 2 days, and all I did was follow the step. And that's what I'll just add to that is that, man, the quickest way just to get up and running is just resell the program. Don't like go into all the other stuff. I would just say quickest, fastest pathway is just get up, get set up, start posting. If that's what you're going to do, I would just say start posting and do it messy. Just post, because the quicker that people know you exist, the quicker that connection is going to be. And as our founder always says, connection equals currency. So if you want to get out there and you're like, you want to do this, get out there, get up and running. I followed the steps, and I'm not a techie person, and I followed the steps. I did it nervous. I just followed step by step and I did it, and I was up and running in 2 days.
I love it.
And it didn't take me 2 days. Now let me just back that up a second, because it takes time for the website domain to connect to the website, or whatever you want to say. Like that takes time, and that has nothing to do with me. So it probably took me 3-4 hours.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I'm glad to hear that. You said something else that made me think of, this is good news. The more real you are, the more messy you are, the more unlike a creator or influencer you are, the better you'll do with this. We have a trust recession on social media right now. People are sick of professional whatever. They're sick of influencers. They're sick of people who are all polished and put together. They want to know they're talking to real everyday people. And the more real you are, the better you tend to do with this program.
And Nancy asked another question.
I'm sorry, I'm full of them.
No, that's okay. How do you get people interested before you make your first business for you? Yeah. So again, they tell you exactly how to do that. They're going to tell you what to say. You create a piece of content that sparks curiosity. Your job is just to share enough information about it for people to say, wait a minute, I need to know more about that. And you say, let me share my free blueprint, which they give you. Here's my free blueprint. They put their email in and you're done. You're done unless they ask you questions and follow up, with that.
And can I add something? There is a 7-day launch to profit strategy. It's not a guarantee. They're not guaranteeing, but there was a girl that just kept doing it and she was getting a customer every week. So it's called the 7-day launch to profit strategy. And she'll tell you exactly what to do. Here, go do this, go do this, go do this. And if you follow that, I don't know, listen to what Kelly says, but that's in there. And that's something that you could just go straight to, because she tells you exactly what to do.
Yeah, that's a good, I had forgotten about the 7-day launch to profit. I need to go back and look at that. Another method that she has people that if they want to start off with is copying and pasting free ads. There's a thing still out there apparently that people look at classified ads online. So she gives you the script and everything. You literally just copy it, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and it gets people on. See, here's the thing that we don't understand. There are 5 billion people. Years ago, a business had to spend tons of money to buy an
Yes.
ad in a magazine or buy a billboard or yellow pages just to get in front of a few hundred people. This is why people get skeptical when they hear the big numbers. We are in front of a worldwide, you can get in front of hundreds of thousands of people. So when you have a product that's $900 or $1,400 or $600 and you are in front of that many people for free, it's a math game after that. It's just a math game. And she talks about that. If you can set a goal of getting 20 people, you create your few pieces of content, you get good at it, and you're going to have it probably an average of 20 to 50 people signing up for your free blueprint a day. 20 is a good goal. It's a math game after that. A certain percentage of them eventually will start purchasing while you're sleeping, while you're shopping, while you're doing your thing. And that's what I love about the automated sales funnel, because it's doing the work for you. Okay, I got a question from Alyssa. Can you show me how much earnings of digital products that either of you have sold? They're outside the scope. Yes. I just created, so that original homeschooling course that I created before I found Legacy, I now give that away for free. But because of what I learned in Legacy 3 weeks ago, I created a course for homeschooling moms called Simply Copywork. It's how to replace your English curriculum with copywork. It has sold like crazy. I haven't done the math because I made 3 sales today. I'm pretty sure I'm between $5,000 and $6,000 just in 3 weeks since I launched it. From what I learned in the program, my own course. And they make it so simple. What took me 8 months to create my other course, I created this one in a few days because of the tools that they gave me. So yes, you can take the training and create your own, and they teach you. Now that I know how to get in front of my right customer, now that I know how to create content, now that I know how to set up an automated sales funnel, I just copied that with my copywork course, and I have made an average of 2 to 5 sales a day since I launched that 3 weeks ago, which is so exciting. I love it. It's only $47 to give you an idea. And I've made over 5,000.
So I will add in a little bit. My majority of mine comes from actually reselling the program. And I just find it's the easiest path and I love it. I don't care. I'm going to resell because my kids, I pay for their education. They log into their laptops, they access the curriculum. I pay for that and it's not updated every year, so it's resold to me. So I'm doing the same thing and I just prefer the simple, man, I'm $900 and $1,400 days. Hello. Now I do have products that are $3 on Etsy that I created and 1,400, I'm just going to give you a math. I don't know if these guys are all homeschoolers, but hey, listen. So math, right? 1,400 1,400 is one product. I have a $3 product. If I wanted to make 1,400 in one day, I can learn the skills to attract one paying 1,400 or 467 customers for a $3 product. Which one do you want to do? Because I don't need to go and create my own product. Been there, done that. Now I will say this, because of this program, because the $3 product was before this program, I learned you don't want to do that. And I have to stop myself because that's a fun thing to do, but it's not profitable. So I learned we could make our own thing. I did do that like 2 months ago, not even, probably a month ago, a month and a half. I'd have to go see. I shared that product that I did make and it sold within a minute or two, and that was $400. It sold again the next day, $400. And then it sold again and again and again. And I've made now it's 500 because I raised the price. I was like, oh no, we're gonna $500. Okay. So yes, you could do whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna say this for me, I like my $500 product that I did do, but I am not going away from what makes an income with an impact. Man, if you want to hit 6 figures, you want to do a million, what 500 is going to take me longer, 1,400 is going to be shorter. So you choose your path. That's
Right.
all I'm
And
going to say.
when you
Yeah.
only have so many hours of the day, what makes the most sense?
Yes.
it makes the most sense to spend. And that's kind of where I am. I've got my homeschooling course. I've set it now to autopilot. So I might create a little content about it, and I do, by the way, I do go about this slightly different than most people in our community. My TikTok channel is primarily about homeschooling. But because I have a link tree in my bio that's got the link to Legacy Builders, and I do like 20 to 30% of my content, I mention this is how I make money as a homeschooling mom. So there's so many ways to do it. And Nancy, you asked, do you have to do videos to resell? I mean, I would say that's going to work the best. Pinterest is the only one I can think of that you wouldn't necessarily, well, no, I'll take it back. I told somebody the other day, if you're a writer, you could be on Substack crushing it and just talking about, writing about whatever with your link on Substack or Medium. So there are a lot of ways to do this. Now, there's not a training in our program about that, but you could take what you've learned from the program, and then you could probably use ChatGPT and say, how could I use this on Substack? And they would give you ideas all day. The other option, again, are to do videos where you're not necessarily in them. You can do a random video of the sky or the back of your head, fixing coffee. Like, they're creating content. We overthink it. Like, it's not hard. It's really not hard. So is there any other question? Are there any other questions? And have I left out something, Paula, that you think is important? There are payment plans, and there are 5 program options. Let me run over this. The top one is the Legacy Builder in English and Spanish. That's the bundle for $1,400. That's what Paula and I have. Under that is just Legacy in English. That's the whole program. Under that is a $600. It just has less training as you go down. Then there's a $300 and even a $100 program. You get resale rights to the one you purchase plus the ones below it. So if you purchase the 300, you get 2 income streams. So does that make sense? And Reed, do you have ideas on where to learn how to make videos? So they teach you all of that. There's nothing fancy. You don't have anything. If you've got a cell phone, you've got all you need. Right, Paula?
Yep. I was just going to type in, got a phone? Because literally that's what you need. You need a phone.
Oh yeah. Look, let me show you something. Here's my TikTok. And so I could sit here right now and hold my phone and be like, hey, I'm doing a live call. And here's what I'm talking about. It's like so simple. And then they tell you how to edit it. And you know what? Anything that didn't happen to be in the program, you could YouTube that or ChatGPT. Sometimes if I'm having a tech issue, I go to ChatGPT. How do I do this? It's all there. Like, we have all the information at our fingertips of exactly how to do it, but they make it very simple. You just need a cell phone as far as creating content goes. There's nothing, I don't have any. I do have a ring light right now for this, but I don't use that to create content. I stand in front of a window usually. So, is it intuitive? Yeah. So you just tell it what you want to say. You just prompt it the way Claude is my favorite. If you're going to do ChatGPT, if you're going to do AI, I personally prefer Claude, CLAUDE. Claude is my best friend. He gave me such a pep talk about this webinar thing. It was so funny. I was like, I'm not sure. I feel scattered. I'm feeling nervous. And he's like, you've got this, girl. You can do it. It's the greatest. But yeah, it'll answer anything. I mean, I'll go in there sometimes and say, I'm out of ideas. Give me some ideas to post. Give it all your information. It's like having it's amazing. It's like having a professional marketing person sitting beside you all the time. But anyway, the 5 programs, there's a payment plan with every program. You can go with a lower program and upgrade. I always encourage you to go as high as you can because you want to make the most money doing the same work. I went with the highest one, didn't have it. We were 3 months behind on our mortgage. I had a knot in the pit of my stomach. Like, what am I about to do here? And I'm like, you know what? What's the worst case scenario? So I lose $900. What's the best case? I'm working on my second 6 figures and I haven't been in 2 years. So I've made, again, I haven't done the math lately, but it's somewhere around 170,000 since I started less than 2 years ago. I never made money like that doing anything else. So, I would do it 100 times again, obviously. It's changed our financial trajectory completely. We're not the same family. We can now buy things. We were going to have to replace our air conditioner, thousands of dollars. We could have done it. The Lord opened a door and we got one for free. But I wasn't freaking out like I normally would have been. Like, where are we going to get $10,000? So anyway, any other questions? Because I've kept y'all on here long enough, and I know we need to let you go. But if you have any questions that didn't get answered, feel free to reach out. Paula, you can find Paula on TikTok as well. Anything else about where they can find you? What's your Digital Granny? Is that the name of your?
Oh, yeah, Digital Granny. But yeah, I
Paula.
mean,
Fine.
they got you, girl. They don't need me. Kelly is who you need.
Where can we see the program options and prices and maybe try to sign up if we can figure out a way to do it? And do we have to tonight, or if I just I literally have very few dollars to my name right now.
Yeah, I understand. No, I mean, you can look it over. I'm about to drop the link. Just
Okay,
one sec.
great.
I think y'all can access this. That will give you all of the different options and information if you want to look over it again, see what you're getting. But like I said, and also the more you invest, it's just the truth, the more you are willing to follow through and put in the work. But one sale makes all your money back. I made my money back before my second payment was due. So my first payment for the $900 program was $225. 48 hours later, I made a $900 sale. So again, that might not happen. I can't guarantee you that you're going to make a sale that fast, but I can say that once you've made that one sale, everything you make after that goes into your bank account. How amazing is that? So,
And then Alyssa said, Alyssa asked you something here.
oh, am I allowed to use a fictitious name? Absolutely. Absolutely. I even have one customer who did a complete AI avatar. Like, she uses a fake person that does her videos, different, like, you don't even have to. One lady in our community, her husband didn't even know she had gotten it until she made her first sale. She waited and hid it from him. So yeah, you can do anything you want. And there is a faceless training. If I were going to do faceless, I think I would focus on Pinterest. What do you think, Paula?
I think I don't know. I would probably do IG, honestly. But that's and I'm just going to interject a little something here, because that 14, if you were serious, Alyssa, about doing faceless, I would tell you get the 14, hands down, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there is faceless training for all of them. But in that 14, there's 2 extra faceless trainings, plus it's AI. So if you're serious about doing it and you want to keep yourself, then I would be like, you got to do the 14, because it's the AI and the bonus of the 2 extra faceless. That's what I would say.
That's good. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know the
Yeah.
14 months.
Yeah.
Nancy, it's Instagram. IG is Instagram. Yeah, that's good to know. It's good to know. But anyway, I hope everybody should be able to get that link, right? Access that link and just, go there. And there are so many options. There are not only so many options in how you share this business, there are options to pivot. If you try this platform and you don't like it, you can pivot to another platform. We had one lady, her name's Wendy. She's a grandma, one of our top earners. She was on TikTok and she liked it, but there were some things she didn't like about it after a while. She was doing really great. She pivoted to YouTube and, like, I don't know what, 3x her business. She made $106,000 last month.
In a month. In a month. Like,
In a month. And she works less than we probably do, because I think she posts one video a week.
yeah, I think Is she only doing one? Yeah, she might only be doing one.
And she has a teaching, the way she does it, she gets AI to write her script. So AI writes her script, she literally reads it and then goes back and clips it. And then that's all she does. So she doesn't even have to come up like, I mean, there's some rhyme and reason to it, but she teaches you how to find other videos that are doing well and then make it fit for you and then use AI to write all your scripts. So with AI now, there's just, you don't have to think a lot anymore. It's not that scary, but it's true. Anyway, so if that's all, if y'all have any more, I'm happy to answer. But if you want to reach out to me, email me, reply back to one of the emails. I'm happy to answer any more questions. But I appreciate you being here. I'll be sending out the replay. If you know anybody that you want to share it with, I don't know where the other 17 people are registered with, but they'll probably watch the replay. So that's good. Paula, thank you so much for joining me. I will return the favor. I would love to be on one of your lives or something. I don't love going live on TikTok, but if I'm with somebody, I'm
Well,
fine.
I'll probably, if you don't, yeah, eventually I'll probably say like a Zoom or maybe even a YouTube live.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I love YouTube.
Uh, I'd love to know more. Are you primarily on YouTube now?
Um, I make sales from both TikTok and YouTube, but I think YouTube, I mean, it depends on what you want to do, but I like YouTube because there are people that are searching for what you have. So
The search engine. So you're doing longer form.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
and I kind of cheat. I cheat. I'll take my TikTok live and I'll post my TikTok live. There's
Yeah.
so many, there's so many options. So
Yeah.
and my sales come from TikTok and from YouTube. And I think that when Wendy pivoting from, well, she hit her first six figures with TikTok, and now she's like, I don't even
Great
know, whatever, like huge, huge, huge. So pick a platform, go for it, man.
platform, dive in. Yep. It's not a matter of if it will work. It's if you're willing to stay consistent, follow the instructions. It works because if it didn't work, you wouldn't have whatever $1 million worth in our community that we've done, $25 million. So the program works, the system works. It's just a matter of you're being coachable, staying consistent. But to be
Yeah.
able to make 7, 10, 12,000 a month for not working 9 to 5 is mind blowing to me. How long has it been in business? 5
Yeah.
to 4 years, Nancy.
And then I was just going to add one quick thing. You want to, if you guys are like going to get started, I'd be like, get started now because we're doing that 11K and 30-day run. And that starts July the 1st.
Good
So
reminder.
yeah.
What does that mean, 11K in 30 days? I mean, are you trying to earn that much as an individual, as a
Oh,
community? What does that mean?
going for the gold, man. We have goals. I'm not aiming for no, like, I'm going for, I was
Nothing.
like, what, 2 sales away from 11K this month.
That's
So it's a
awesome.
goal. It's one of these goals, but you can't even hit the goal unless you start. You can't
Yeah,
even aim that way.
gotta have, yeah. It
That's
just
all.
having the done for you system frees you up to focus on. I mean, we're essentially just sharing a solution to a problem. What's the problem? We need more money. And to learn these skills and to be able to share a training, like you were saying earlier, you're paying for your child. I could go out and try to create a program to teach you how to make money online, to teach you how to create content, to teach you how social media works. I could go out and create it. It wouldn't be half as good as Michelle's because she's been doing it longer and she's just good at what she does. Why would I go create my own when I can just point you to hers and say, this girl, the training is phenomenal, phenomenal. I never
Yes.
cease to be amazed at the training. Alyssa says, can you choose your own domain? You have to, because it's your business. So you get your own domain. They show you how to hook it up. You click a button, the whole funnel populates on your domain. So it's pretty sweet. Well, all right, guys, I will wrap it up. Again, message me if you want to. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Paula,
Thank you.
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Nice meeting everybody. Bye.
Bye.